How's it going, YouTube? This is Xerneas, and today we have the What Did I Buy series. This is number 3, I believe, and yeah, as like the last two, 200,000 yen or $1,400, and a quick reason again as to why that's always the same for anyone that's just watching this is that's the amount that I ship. 200,000 yen or less is what I ship from Japan because of customs and extra fees and charges and stuff like that for anything over 200,000. So it's just easier to ship package every time I combine and have everything add up to 200,000. So that's what we got here. It's approximately $1,400, maybe even $1,450. I don't know. After shipping, it's just that's about what it is with the current conversion rate, which always jumps up and down. But yeah, let's jump into this. First up, we have old back stuff here. This side, we have 1, 2 Raikou, and you can see left to right here. Almost looks like this one might be a little lighter on the right, at least the card itself, maybe not the printing here, but yeah, 2 Raikous from Neo through Revelation. Condition wise, yeah, I mean, it's looking played, but basically the whole reason of buying this stuff is the potential to make money if you can grade it, and then if not, the way I usually buy stuff is based on what I paid, I'm hoping that if I have to sell it raw, I can still make some money that way. At very least, break even. So that's typically how I go about things when I buy. I don't take too many big gambles. It's not really my style. I mean, I'll do stuff occasionally like that, but I'm more into paying what I feel like is a good price for something rather than, just buying only hype cards for expensive for a potential big payout. Just not really my jam. But we got Dragonite here. 1, 2. This is the Game Boy promo. Looks like we got not bad overall, but nothing looks like it's too gradable there. We have 1, 2, 3 Entei's from Neo 3 Revelation. Oh yeah, she's been well loved for sure, this one. But the front looks nice, and that's the thing. Like for binder copies, that's all you really need is a nice face. Next up, I think that was all for old back for this already. Okay, we have the. What was this release? It's a black and white promo, but I don't remember what the actual release is. What it's like. It's something weird. I think it starts with an N. It's not Nagaba because that's the modern thing. Is it Nagoya? I don't know. I can't remember. But it's a shiny ray. Black and white promo. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of those. Again, nice card. I like the stamp. I think Ray blends in a little too much with the border, with the dragon type border on this one, but it's still a nice card. Oh yeah, we got love on this one too, but it's all good. It's how it works. And honestly, I'm having a blast selling singles lately, so that one and maybe the rest of them even will end up getting listed up for sale. So we have Kyogre. This is like the Team Aqua deck or something like that. Kyogre EX. Doesn't look too bad. We have Suicune here. This is the P promo. What was the release for this? I think it was like a DVD or something. Don't look too bad either. But again, just because it doesn't look bad right there with a quick glance doesn't mean there isn't something hiding for me when I go look in the light box and really check things out. We got 2 Regice EX here. Play promos. Well, you can already tell that one doesn't look great, but the other one doesn't look terrible. Looking through the camera, I've said it in the last two, if you're new to this, but if you're not new to this, but I can't see things quite as well through the camera as what you guys are probably seeing when you're seeing the video. It's because it's probably gonna be on a bigger screen, and it's just kind of awkward looking through the camera. But we got some legend pieces here, top halves, 3 Lugia, no bottoms. Doesn't look too bad, but again, it's crazy like when you actually look at stuff, and this is why I always say that people like to blame PSA a lot for low grades when they get low grades, but if you truly examine the card, a lot of times you'll see something like, oh, like, that makes sense. That's why I got an 8 or a 9 or a 6. It's like, oh, there's a dent here that I didn't see because I didn't look at it at a certain angle. Like, there's a lot of stuff that, like, you look at it one way, you can see it, and then you look at it another way, and you can't see it. It's just, so if you don't ever look at it in the direction you need to see that, you're like, oh, mint card, you submit, and you get a 6 or an 8 or whatever, and you're upset. But in reality, they did their job, and you didn't do your job, and as simple as that. Now, I'm not saying PSA doesn't make mistakes. They absolutely do. But more times than not, I think it's user error, we'll just say. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bottom pieces of the Dialga and what would it be, Dialga and Palkia. Doesn't look too bad. Now, see, look, like, this card looks really I think this is this one. Is it this one? There's a little bit edge wear, but regardless, this is a lot of times how things go. Card looks super clean, and then you have a little bit of an indent there. Some people call this like play or heavily played because of stuff like that, or damaged. Like, that's what a lot of people think is. I can't stand people that do that, think a card is damaged because it's a small indent. It depends what the front and what the rest of the card looks like, but, I probably wouldn't ever list this as near mint because of that. Probably excellent is probably the highest I'd go, but, yeah, I'll never understand these people that, like, it makes no sense. The card's flawless except for a minor pinhole dent. That makes it near mint still. Like, not played or damaged, which some people call that damaged, which is wild to me. We got Groudon and Kyogre, one bottom piece. There's a sticker. Okay, cool. One bottom piece here for that one. Doesn't look too bad. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 bottom Entei and Suicune. It's kind of a shame I don't have all the pieces here to show, but I don't know what ended up happening with this one. I usually don't buy them as single like this unless that's all that's available, so I don't know. But yeah, you can see the bottom half Entei at least, right? I mean, this doesn't look too bad, but there's some mark. Yeah. All right, we got 1, 2 Altarias from Raj Forest. Altaria EX. It doesn't look too bad either. Maybe we're getting a nice order here. That, or I'll go back and see some of the video and be like, oh, no, you were showing off a card that you said looked nice, and you can see clearly there's damage. We'll see. But, oh, man. These level X's with the sparkle foiling treatment are definitely a little underrated in my opinion. But we got Salmon's level X here from PT4. Doesn't look too bad. Got a Clefable from Expedition. Can already see a little bit of damage on the front. Back doesn't look too bad though. Got Blissey. 2 of those from Town and No Map. Again, it doesn't look too bad. I don't know. I think one of the last 2 orders I showed off, like, I just felt like I saw more damage and stuff off the jump. But then I could just, again, I'm not showing off each copy, so I could just be getting lucky and showing off the one copy that looks decent in each stack. All right, we do have a bottom and top. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 top, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bottom of the Ray and Deoxys Legend. Pretty good one. Ooh, look at the eyes on Ray. This gives me like Harry Potter vibes for sure on this one. I don't know what it is. Like the basilisk. I don't know. No, I see a dent right there right away. Oh my gosh, yeah, this one the dog got for sure. That's all right. Every card needs a home. Oh yeah, this one too. See, that's the perfect match right there. Those two should be sold together. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe it's weird. Like, I always think like each card probably has such a story to tell, and like I wish you could tell like every single individual card, because obviously these weren't pulled from the same box, or I mean this is separate, numerous separate boxes here. Every card has been to, who knows where they've been, how many times they've changed hands, where the pack was open, where the pack, was it traded to a friend? Was it sitting in a box in a collection for years? Was it at several different card stores? I mean, I think it'd be so cool. I mean, obviously it's not even possible, but if you could like have like a card and be able to scan it and have it tell its whole story as to where all it's been. I mean, I mean, in some way that's kind of like how PSA is a little bit, but not really. But I mean, every card literally has its own unique story. I mean, was this one bitten by the dog? You know what I mean? Was it bitten by a dog? What kind of dog was it? You know, where was it? Was it in Japan? You know, was this something that happened in the U.S.? Did it go back to Japan after being in the U.S.? I mean, there's just so many things, potential things that could happen to every single one of these cards. All right, enough little rambling there. Just something I always think about, and just like I said, it'd be cool, so cool if you could know the story behind every single card if you wanted to. But we have fire energies. I think I showed off some of these in the last one. I'm not sure if there were fire ones in that one or not, but we have McDonald's fire energies. Absolutely gorgeous. That one doesn't look too bad, but honestly, typically I'm not expecting to see anything too great with these because I don't know for sure, but I would assume these were played with pretty heavily back in the day because these probably would have been the only hollow energy options. We got grass. Doesn't look too bad either. I don't know. Yeah, maybe we're getting lucky. I do know, like, I can't... Look, so there you can see it. You can see the edge wear on stuff when you have stuff bunched together. You can definitely see that there was some stuff that was played pretty hard when you look at the side profile, when you have things stacked together. It's like layers of just different variation of play, for sure. All right, we got the Psychic Energy. We just got one of those. Oh yeah, that one's seen some play. And again, like, you wonder, like, what happened to this? Why are there like indents like this, like squiggly indents? Did some kid like have a pen or a pencil and they just like, you know, we're doodling around in the back of this, or like, you know what I mean? Like, there's just so many potential things that can happen to every single one of these cards. All right, next up we have three, I think one, 2, 3 Groudon EXs. This is the Kyogre that was in there from one of the decks. I think, like, is it like the magma deck or something? I don't know, I can't remember, but it's from a deck, just know that. But this has the cracked dice foiling. This one looks really cool for sure. This, man, yeah, that's awesome. But we got, got a little wave there. But, you know, this is why, like, there's levels to collecting and different, you know, avenues you can take. You know, some people want to collect graded. They want to try to achieve that perfect copy of something. And, you know, not just have it, but have it in the best condition it's in. And that's fine. Like, there's no reason, you know, not to strive for that if that's what you're into. But then there's people that just want to enjoy the artwork and have it, you know, in a binder to take a look at. Or some people just collect and have it in case, don't care about the grade and just want it, you know, in case like that for display purposes. I mean, that's the beauty about collecting. I mean, you get to decide what you want to collect, and you don't have to collect what anyone else does, and you don't have to care what anyone else thinks about what you collect. So Pokemon gives everybody a chance to collect just a little bit of everything, for sure. But we got Doug Trio here. Expedition. Doesn't look too bad from first glance, but got 1, 2, 3 top halves of Raikou and Suicune. Definitely some saber-tooth tiger vibes on that, for sure. Whitening down at the bottom. Definitely some play on that one. All right, we got Vileplume. No, this is not Town. This is Wind. Wind from the Sea. 3 copies. I always really like this one. It's a really pretty card. Not too bad on this one. Getting a lot stricter with what I'm grading lately, just because a lot of the low grade prices are down a little bit, and it just doesn't make sense to sell something for, you know, what you'd sell it for raw plus $15 if that's all you're going to get out of it. You might as well just sell it raw at that point. So it just depends what I'm sending in, you know, what the card is, and, you know, certain stuff you don't care if it's a lower grade because it's worth it, and then other stuff you're like, well, if I don't think this is going to 10, I'm not going to send this in at all. I'll sell it as near mint because it's near mint. All right, we got Scizor, Rockets to be exact, P promo. 1 copy. Oh yeah, look at that little indent there. It almost looks like a coin indent. I don't know what the... I don't think this would have came with a coin or been around a coin intentionally, but I don't know exactly. We got Fortress, Split Earth, 1 copy. Ooh yeah, Fortress got some little top, but the rest of the card doesn't look too bad. So, oh, I lie. Oh, now it's definitely damaged, right? I got 2 Murkrow, Morty's Murkrow here from VS. One of these will actually, unless they're both like mint or something, which that one obviously isn't. One of these will be going into my VS set because I realized the other day this is one of the ones I'm missing. So I'm not sure which one I'll pick yet. I'll probably pick the lesser of the 2 copies, put in the binder just because when I do binder stuff, I mean, I want a nice face, but, you know, overall condition isn't that big of a deal to me for binder stuff. All right, we got Umbreon. This is BW8. I can't remember what this one is. Is it like Spiral Force? Maybe. I don't know. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies of Umbreon. Definitely a nice modern card for sure. It is a 5-band graphics artwork, but still a nice card. We got one in here for sure that's seen better days right here, but these on the back don't look too bad. All right, we got some more legend pieces. We got bottom halves here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Cresselia and Darkrai with basically just Cresselia on this one. I think that's another reason these are kind of like an oddity too, just because the splits are just so, like, I get it. Like, you could only get so much. Wow, it's like 1 in the morning and cool dudes on their sweet Harleys that make noise and don't go anywhere, ripping down through. Got it. Cool. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, they just kind of like split like at a weird spot for sure. I don't know. Again, I guess you can't really choose. Like, you get the artwork and you have to divide somewhere, but I think that's what makes them more awkward is some of them just have, like, I mean, you saw earlier that Entei had, you were looking at Entei's feet, and that's about it. All right, next up we have the Xerneas full art here. This is XY1, but there's also another release for this. It came in a deck too, and I'm not sure what these all XY1. I guess so. Got a good amount of copies here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 copies of Xerneas full art. I always really like this one. I'm not a huge Xerneas fan or anything, but I always really thought this one was really cool. I like the rainbow colors. I like the texturing. I like kind of like the zoomed in look at Xerneas, like the gold outlining of the Pokemon in general. I don't know. I just think it's a really nice card overall. But yeah, take a look at the back of this one. But I know, I think it's always crazy to me. It's like, you know, it's like this stuff, and not that it's cheap, but when you really think about it, I mean, 13 of these. This is from XY1. You probably had a chance to get, I don't know what, probably 3 or 4 full arts from X. Different ones. It wasn't many in that one. I opened up a box of this actually on camera. I didn't get a full art, which is crazy, but regardless, you know, that's 13 boxes. And then you got to think you're not going to get the Xerneas every time. Like, you know, so how many boxes would you have to open to get this many Xerneas? Like 50? Like, that's crazy. Like, those boxes now are probably like $300. I mean, you're talking like 15 grand to potentially pull this many Xerneas full arts. I just think sometimes it's either A, people value the boxes more than what they should, or B, the cards are undervalued for the price that the boxes actually are. I don't know. I don't know which one it is, but it's crazy to me to think about that. All right, next up we have Charizard from Shining Darkness. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies. Kind of a weird Charizard, but also kind of a good Charizard. I can't really describe my feelings towards it. Did I just mess that up on my camera stand? Please tell me that's... Okay, it's already dented on the back, so we did not do that. I was about to be upset. We got an indent there, indent there. Yeah, those aren't getting graded. We got 3 copies of Entei from the Legend Perfect set. This is an LP promo. Let's see. Yeah, we got some nicks up there. Not too bad overall, though. Got one, yeah. So I did have the top of this one. I don't know why they're all mixed up. I sorted these out. I don't know why I would have spaced those out, but who knows? Who knows? We got cards everywhere. We never know exactly what we're doing anymore. But we got Magby here from Expedition. I always really like this one a lot. I just think it's cool that, like, the baby Pokemon got a holo, but we got a nice indent there, but otherwise, card doesn't look too bad. It's got a nice foiling on it. Yeah, it looks pretty clean other than that. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 top halves of the Entei Raikou. Looking like, Entei's looking like a bear on this one, huh? Big old bear. Sheesh. Back of these, not looking bad. Yeah. All right, we got some Mewtwo level X's. Both of these come from, I think there's both here, right? Yeah, both of these come from decks. One is a, ironically or unironically, Mewtwo level X deck, and the other one is from a Regigigas level X constructed deck. I'm not sure which one's which, but we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I will be able to tell you that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the Mewtwo deck one. This is the Regigigas one. I'm not sure why this one's stamped the way it is, but it is. These were decent value for a while, and then they kind of came down in price. I guess it is from a constructed deck, that's fine, but it is Mewtwo. So if you're looking for a PSA 10 copy of this, I would recommend picking that up soonish, just because I feel like the price is probably at the bottom for those. And again, it's Mewtwo, it's a level X, doesn't really matter if it's from a deck or not. Like, these are decent artworks. It surprises me that a lot of these are selling for like probably like 100 to 150 PSA 10. I know I've sold some for around that range. Look in the back of this one, big old scratch there. Oh yeah, a lot of whitening. Yeah, no 10s there. No 10s there for sure. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 copies of the Mewtwo level X version. Is this the same Artworst? Or yeah, Artworst. Artworst? What am I thinking here? Yeah, okay. Shizuru and yeah, it is the same one. So they kind of interconnect. It'd be kind of neat to see if this was like one artwork drawn and then they like split it for the level X's for each deck. It just, unless they're the exact same. Yeah, it honestly looks like they're the exact same. Maybe this was playable and they wanted to do another printing of it or something like that to make sure everybody could get them. I really don't know, but it is kind of weird that it looks like the tacks are exactly the same. Everything's the exact same. They're just different artworks. It's one thing that sucks about not being able to read Japanese. Maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll take that up. Probably not, but you never know. All right, we got Flygon EX here from Dragon Frontiers. I always like to talk about these just because, like, the centering is just so, like, there's so many variables for this. Like, it's just, you know, sometimes it's wicked off left to right, reverse. You know, sometimes it's, like, off left to right and top to bottom. I mean, it's just, I mean, this one's off pretty good left to right, but off even more top to bottom. This one is same, but not quite as bad, a little more centered. It makes it actually look fairly centered after looking at that one. And then this one actually is even better, believe it or not. But you have ding at the top. So this stuff is super hard to grade. Yeah, it doesn't matter anyway. We got an indent there. All right, next up we have Gengar. I really like this one from Raj Forest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Gengar. Living his best life. This is a really good one. Who did this? Oh, this is Saito. That's right. I remember seeing a bunch of these get signed at that Saito signing last year, whenever it was. I can't even keep track of time anymore. I can't believe we're almost in November. We're like a month away from Thanksgiving, 2 months away from Christmas, and basically New Year's. And yeah, time's flying, man. It's crazy. Enjoy your time. Enjoy your time. All right. We got Level X here. We got Gardevoir. 1, 2, 3 copies. Oh, well, there's your problem right there. Oof, that one's not the greatest. But again, I don't get too upset. I just go through this stuff because Again, when I buy this stuff, I'm not really, you know, I'm never, you know, saying, oh, well, I'm going to get this in X amount of B10s and blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm buying this, I'm expecting to go through this and potentially all of it not be gradable. If some of it is gradable, great. If some of it tens, awesome. If not, I paid what I felt I was comfortable paying, that I could potentially make money off just the raw copy, and at worst case scenario, break even. So, not going to lose money, but it is money technically tied up. You know what I mean? It's 3 copies tied up until these eventually either get graded, then sold, or sold as is. And then the big thing is, for me, they're going to be sitting in a box for a while, probably until I get to them. So it is what it is. Can only do so much work in a day. And lastly, for this one, we have Espeon here, from Town of No Map. We got 3 copies of the non-holo. Really nice artwork. I should say really nice artwork, but also strange. Who did this? Kyoko Momoto? Yeah, like, it's got like these weird, like, Martian legs, you know what I mean? Like little dangly legs. See that? It's kind of strange. Like I said, it doesn't look bad. It's like a decent looking card, but definitely an interesting, like, face looks good, head looks good, tail looks good. Although the tail's like weirdly off center there. I don't know what we got going on. It's probably one of those perspective things, but definitely strange looking Espeon. And lastly, for this one, we'll take a look at the back. Yeah, we're I kind of didn't think these would come in that great a condition. Oh, that one's not bad. But that one, you can see top left corner, and then that is right there. So, and whatever that is. But yeah, again, paid about $1,400 for all this, give or take $100, when you think about conversion rate and shipping. Pretty happy with all this. I mean, I don't know. Again, this is what I bought. Did I win or lose? You tell me. Comment down below. You know, I feel like when I'm buying this stuff, I'm doing all right. Will I, you know, I'll know when I start going through it, and, you know, it gets graded or not graded or listed for sale, and, you know, whatever stuff prices out to be. But oh, everything's damaged now. So, but yeah, I mean, I feel like I did pretty well on this one. I mean, you tell me what you think, but I feel like I did pretty decent. So, yeah, having fun with this series. It's kind of fun for me just to, like, a lot of times, a lot of this stuff will just get quick type sorted. Ooh, nice little divot there. This will get type sorted and just get put in a box and then waited for processing. So this is actually helping me, speeding me up processing some of this stuff, and it gives me a good look at it. And it's fun for me to go through this stuff. Like, you know, this thing about, like, being a kid and being able to go through, like, a big stack of stuff like this and have multiples of, like, all these cool cards, like, it just reminds me of, like, when I was really little and, you know, I was collecting stuff in a binder, and you know, you're putting your holos and your EXs and stuff like that, and all the cool stuff, like, in the binder, and you're like, oh man, I got 2 copies of this, or, you know, I have, you know, this one, I have, like, the Raikou, Entei, and Suicune, and I don't know. Just some good vibes. Just fun going through this stuff and seeing this artwork for sure. So, hope you guys are enjoying the series. I have no reason not to continue this one. I feel like this is a pretty good one. Some of the other stuff feels like it's maybe getting a little stale. I don't know. You tell me. But, yeah, I don't know. I've been doing about 4 videos a week, and things feel like they're going on pretty well. So, as always, like, subscribe, comment down below, or don't. But either way, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you.